Yeah, Anthony, when I arrived here on scene, multiple family members were coming here. They were looking at the house where those three women were found dead, and they were searching for
Okay,
answers, but many of them left knowing that their loved ones are gone.
At around 2 a.m. on March 12, the Bradford County Sheriffs received a call regarding a domestic disturbance at a mobile home situated on Northeast 17th Avenue, west of US 301, just beyond the Lodi city limits. Upon reaching the location, officers discovered three deceased adult females in one of the bedrooms. Welcome to Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. Hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified of more off-the-wall crime stories. The victims have been identified as 49-year-old Quanique Kat Robinson and her two daughters, 27-year-old Denisha and 25-year-old Windshay Roddey. Tragically, they were all found dead at the scene, having succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds. According to the sheriffs present, an 11-year-old girl, who called 911, witnessed the shooting and sustained injuries from bullet fragments.
We've been shot.
We received a 911 from this phone number. Is everything okay?
No, come down.
Okay, what's going on?
Come now, just come.
Her initial call was disconnected, but before it dropped, the sounds of a young voice and a sharp scream were heard, along with yelling from a man and woman in the background. Dispatchers followed protocol, repeatedly attempting to reconnect due to sensing something amiss. Upon finally establishing contact, the young girl urgently requested assistance, stating, "No, come now, just come." Upon arrival, deputies found an adult male, identified as Robinson's longtime partner, 46-year-old Johnny Bernard Brown, in the front yard with multiple cuts on his body. Deputies administered first aid to Brown and called for medical assistance and backup. The 11-year-old recognized the lieutenant who arrived at the scene and informed him that her relatives were inside the mobile home and that something was amiss. The lieutenant discovered the three women together in one bedroom, all deceased from gunshot wounds. Robinson was the girl's grandmother, and Sims and Roddey were her aunts. Two deputies accompanied Brown to Shands UF Gainesville Hospital. Meanwhile, as investigators tried to unravel the events, metallic fragments were removed from the 11-year-old's shoulder at the hospital. Following the shooting, social workers were in the process of arranging for a family member to take full custody of her. Despite being described as resilient by deputies at the scene, they couldn't help but contemplate the potential long-term effects of such a tragedy. Brown was subsequently discharged from the hospital and promptly arrested. Deputies at the scene noted that while domestic violence incidents were not uncommon, it had been years since the community had experienced a homicide, let alone a triple murder. During questioning at the station, Brown informed investigators that he and Robinson had been arguing when her two daughters intervened and allegedly attacked him with knives. Mr. Attorney said,
"Afford one, I'll be glad to appoint one to help you at no immediate cost. You additionally have the right to visit with that lawyer, as well as any family or friends of which you choose to do so, except for anybody or any place I may exclude this morning pursuant to the first appearance order. The process we're going to follow is I'm going to advise you what's brought you to court this morning. I'm going to ask about your ability to hire a lawyer, or if you would like me to appoint one to help you. I'm going to make a probable cause determination following that, and if I do find probable cause, then I will set conditions of bail or release that I think are appropriate in your case, so please make sure you understand those conditions fully. Before we begin this morning, sir, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand the best you can to be sworn. You swear firmly testimony you'll be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Mr. Brown, you are accused of 3 counts of first-degree murder without premeditation, as well as 1 count of attempted first-degree murder without premeditation. Can you afford your own lawyer on these charges? Would you like me to appoint one to help you this morning, sir?
Yes.
I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender, and I do find probable cause this morning to support your arrest. While this case is pending, you're to have no contact with the minor victim identified by the initials of KR. You'll have no contact with any of the deceased victims' families, and that means immediate families. Toward into those no contact provisions, the jail staff is going to provide you this morning a copy of the standing no contact order, and that document details what will be expected of you as relates to that provision. And Deputy, can you confirm for us that is what he's being handled?
Yes, Your Honor.
Additionally, Mr. Brown, you will possess no weapons or firearms for personal assault or otherwise. Is the state asked for any other conditions? Sure. So, Mr. Brown, do you understand those conditions?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Brown, I've just been handed a notice of intent to file a motion for pretrial detention under Florida Statute 907-041. So let me ask counsel this. My understanding of the new pretrial detention statutes authorizes the court on first degree felonies and dangerous crimes. The first three counts qualify as such, to hold him without bail pending that detention. Is that correct? He would be entitled to a bond. Therefore, at
This tragic event highlights the grave impact of domestic violence within families. It serves as a stark reminder of how conflicts within relationships can escalate to deadly levels, causing irreparable harm to individuals and families involved. The 11-year-old girl's bravery in reporting the incident to authorities underscores the significance of timely intervention and support for victims of domestic violence. It's crucial for communities to provide resources and assistance to those experiencing abuse and to encourage individuals to speak up and seek help when needed. The accessibility of firearms can exacerbate the severity of domestic disputes, leading to tragic outcomes such as multiple fatalities in this case. It emphasizes the importance of implementing stricter gun control laws and ensuring responsible firearm ownership to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The perpetrator's claim of going crazy during the altercation sheds light on the complexities of mental health issues and the importance of addressing underlying psychological issues and anger management problems. It underscores the need for accessible mental health resources and support services for individuals struggling with emotional and behavioral challenges. The arrest and legal proceedings against the perpetrator highlight the necessity of holding individuals accountable for their actions, particularly in cases of violence and homicide. It demonstrates the role of the justice system in seeking justice for victims and ensuring that perpetrators face appropriate consequences for their crimes. Overall, this incident serves as a poignant reminder of the urgency to address issues such as domestic violence, mental health stigma, gun control, and the importance of providing support and intervention to those in need within our communities. To the families and loved ones of Quanique Kat Robinson, Denisha, and Windshay Roddey, I am deeply saddened to hear about the tragic loss of your beloved family members. My heart aches for you during this incredibly difficult time. There are no words that can adequately express the sorrow and pain that you must be feeling. The senseless act of violence that took the lives of Quanique, Denisha, and Windshay is truly devastating. Their lives were cut short far too soon, leaving behind a void that can never be filled. I cannot imagine the depth of your grief and the heaviness of your hearts as you navigate through this unimaginable loss. Please know that you are not alone in your sorrow. You are surrounded by a community of people who care deeply about you and who are here to offer their support and comfort in any way they can. Thanks for watching Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. I will see you in the next video.